Okay, this is the last week of our term, and it is going to be different from the first 7 weeks. So please, please, please watch this video all the way through so you know exactly what's going on and you don't miss out on any last minute opportunities. Okay. First off, as always, I'm available. Email me, ask to video chat, whatever it may be, Monday through Thursday, 8:10 to 3. And then Friday, pretty much the same. I'll have class in the morning, but if you email me, I might be able to get back to you. Otherwise, I'll get back to you in the early afternoon. My email is right here. So, week 8. This is the last week of our term. After Friday, you are no longer in this class. Your grade will be posted, it'll be finalized, and then you move on to a new set of classes, which should be periods 4 through 7. This is the real deal. So whatever grade you end up receiving in your classes for this term, it's going on your high school transcript. It can't be changed. It's real, okay? So in case there was any discrepancies on that before, I'm trying to give it to you straight so you know exactly what to expect. If you fail this term, I've had this talk a couple times, you will need to make up this English credit, whether it's night school, summer school, or taking an extra English class during another semester. So if your grade is not where it needs to be, you have until this Thursday, Friday to get it to where it needs to be. So for week 8, you're only going to have 2 assignments. See them here. The term reflection and feedback assignment, just asking you some questions about your experiences in the class. Hopefully you can learn a little bit from what you're thinking about, and then also giving me some feedback so I can hopefully make this a better experience for students in the future. And then you'll have the final exam. It's pretty similar to the SGA pre-test and mid-test that you've taken over this term, where you get a reading, and then you're going to write a Melcon based on a prompt in one sitting. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit, but the final exam, the way that this is going to work, everyone's going to take it. If you have a grade lower than a 69.6%, the exam will count towards your final term grade without exception. If you have a grade that's higher than that, it can only help your grade. That's a school policy. If it harms your term grade and you have a grade above a 69.6, it will just be no counted. Students who attend in-person school will take the final exam on Tuesday for A-Day students and Thursday for B-Day students. All remote students will take it on Friday. It'll be open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. So you gotta make sure that whatever day you're taking it, you're ready to go on that day to do it, okay? We can't be missing this. It would result in a 0, and that could be applied to your term grade, and that would obviously not be very helpful. Late work. I'm accepting late work up until Thursday at 2 p.m. from any student. I'm not taking late work after that because I got to make sure I can get everything done and entered in a timely fashion. So that is my cutoff date for that. I want to make that clear now. Thursday, 2 p.m., that's the last time I will be taking late work for this term. Since you only have 2 assignments this week, you should have lots of time to be making things up earlier on if you need to. Students who take the final earlier in the week, so for example, taking it Tuesday, if you're an A schedule student, you can still turn in stuff after you take that final. The deadline is the same for everybody, regardless of when you were taking the final. I don't give extra credit. And then on Friday, I will send a mass email to all students and parents once final term grades have been uploaded and submitted to Skyward. Grades cannot be changed after that. That is just an email to let you know, hey, nothing else needs to be entered. It's completely up to date. Here's what you got. Everything can be found in Google Classroom as far as what we're doing this week, and then also anything that you may have missed from previous weeks that you're going to be working on. Monday, log into Skyward, check grades. They might not be fully up to date by then yet. I will post a message in Google Classroom once they are fully up to date so you know. And then hopefully you can work on assignment number 45, term reflection and feedback. This needs to be done by Thursday at 2 p.m. as well. So just like the late work, this needs to be done earlier this week than we're used to. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're just answering opinion-based questions based off your experience in the class. And then otherwise, you're going to have time to read on your own, make up work on your own, or conference with me, especially if you're in person. But if you are online, you can send me an email and we can talk as well. Tuesday, A-Day students are taking the final in person. All other students should be logging on to Skyward, checking their grades, finishing up assignment number 45 if it's not already done. And then once again, reading independently or working independently, reaching out if you need to talk to me. Wednesday, there is no in-person instruction for B-Day students. You're not coming to school. The juniors and seniors are taking the SAT, so we've done some SAT prep, so you're seeing it kind of put into action for some of the older students. You can't come to school that day. So everyone's going to be online. Log on to Skyward, check the grades, finish assignment 45 if it's not done. Otherwise, work on your own on stuff that you need to be making up for class. Thursday, B-Day students will be taking the final in person. Everyone else, you know the drill by now. Log into Skyward, do our reflection if needed, if we haven't done it already, and then turning in late work. All late work and assignment number 45, that reflection, are due by 2 p.m. on Thursday, no exceptions. Friday, all remote students will take the final online between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. If you do not submit it, that means you would get a 0, and that could have a negative impact on your grade depending on where you are sitting at. Students and parents will receive a mass email alerting them when the final grades are entered and finalized. They can't be changed. It's just to let you know that, hey, this is it. It's done. This is what you got. Obviously, please reach out anytime you have questions this week. I know it's different than previous weeks, so you might have questions, but if you watch this video, hopefully that gives you a decent idea of what to expect. But before I go, I do want to thank you for a good term. I know this was new for everybody, me included. I'd like to think it went all right, but a lot of that is based on the effort that you put in, and I appreciate everything that you did. I'm glad I got to know you, and I hope this isn't our last class together, whether we get a class together next term or somewhere else down the line in a future year. But if you need anything at all, just reach out, send me an email. If you're at school, stop by. I'd love to hear how things are going. I'd love to help you on anything that you need, but keep me in the loop, okay? Thanks for a good term. Good luck with everything. Reach out if you need to, and otherwise, I will talk to you later.